Hey, what's up gamers? You have TigerChainsaw, and today I have a very special review for all of you. Today I am reviewing Godfall on the PS5. Now Godfall was a launch title for the PlayStation 5 back in November of 2020, and what it is a slasher looter, kind of like Borderlands but with swords, but it's best played in co-op, which is why I enlisted the help of one of my friends. Today I will be joined by Valentine Gaming, aka Val, and she's going to share some of her thoughts with all of you as well. So I'm really excited about this review because this is one of the first co-op games that I've been able to experience on the PS5, and well, let's just say I have a lot of thoughts to share on it. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, or if you just haven't yet, make sure you hit that sub button to watch plenty of video game reviews that I've already done and plenty to come. All right, let's jump into this Godfall review and see if we can stop our brother from becoming a god. What do you get when you take the style of a Borderlands looter shooter and shake up the formula to become a slasher combat looter? Well, you get Godfall. Released as a launch title for the PS5 on November 12, 2020, Godfall was developed by Counterplay Games and published by Gearbox Publishing. How would this fantasy slasher fare? Would we find ourselves a hidden gem, or would the shine on our swords fade? Let's find out with this Godfall review. Starting with the plot, but be warned, spoilers are ahead. With a focus on multiplayer action, the plot of Godfall isn't as engaging or intriguing as it could have been. The stage is set after two brothers fight for power of a throne. Macros seeks to be the only heir as he engages in a battle against his brother Orin. On top of the central tower, the two fight, with Macros coming away victorious, knocking his brother off the tower. Once considered a hero, Macros has a thirst for power which has caused a civil war in his society. During his journey to the throne, he managed to rally beast and rogue forces to come to his aid and protect his tower while he awaits Orin to challenge him again. Macros plans to use an ancient relic called the Skybreaker Monolith and its cosmic power to be turned into a god and rule the 5 realms of earth, water, air, fire, and spirit. You'll be playing as Orin, Macros' brother, as you try and stop his surge to the throne by taking out his lieutenants first and then him. Aiding in your quest to defeat Macros is the 7th Sanctum. Think of her as an AI program. She was created thousands of years ago and holds all the archives of history along with the knowledge that the Valorians have obtained. The Valorians are your people, just in case you didn't know. Fearing her powerful knowledge, Macros had the 7th Sanctum sealed away until Orin releases her to help him. After liberating 3 realms from the grasp of Macros, Orin climbs the tower to confront his brother one last time. He comes away victorious, freeing the land from the rule of Macros and allowing the 7th Sanctum to continue her quest of obtaining knowledge. I felt like the plot was thin and there was no real character arcs or characters to even care for. Most interactions were cut and dry. There wasn't any humor, and the entire mission hub felt like a military briefing as you prepared for your next run. I think Godfall could have benefited from a few more cutscenes detailing the fallout between the two brothers, bringing emotion to the final fight. And while I kept believing the 7th Sanctum would betray us and end up as a goddess, she actually didn't. There are a few characters to interact with at the hub, but none of them moved the needle for entertainment or emotionally engaging conversations. It was the bare minimum, and I didn't care if they died in battle or not. In fact, I don't even remember their names. Character development and a deeper plot would have helped. There's lore, but when you don't care about the characters or what you're fighting for, who cares? The definitive way to play Godfall, or at least the way I think the developers intended it to be played, is in multiplayer or co-op, which is why I enlisted the help of one of my online friends, Val, to play Godfall with me from start to finish. Previously, I have reviewed games that were more focused on multiplayer, but I just played it by myself. I didn't want to do that with Godfall, and Val bravely volunteered her time to play it with me. And so I'm excited to give you guys another perspective on Godfall with Val's thoughts. So without further ado, let's hear what Val has to say about Godfall.
Hey, I'm Val from Valentine Gaming, and TigerChainsaw asked me to play Godfall with him to review for you guys. So what did I think of Godfall? The environments throughout Godfall at first were beautiful, each world having their own elemental theme, like earth, water, and air. But after one or two missions in one of those worlds, it felt very copy-paste to me, to the point where it became so easy to get lost in because you kept confusing it for an area from a previous mission. Then you add in the fact that there was no compass or even a mini-map to go off of, so it was pretty frustrating at times. I did really enjoy the fighting mechanics, especially when you would fight the main bosses of each world, and some even had really unique ways to approach the fight instead of just your typical hack and slash approach. But where this game loses big points with me was the story. It just seemed a little dull, and there were even moments that I didn't even care what the major characters were saying in the story. I think that if there had at least been more cutscenes added, it would have really livened up the story. Now, that's not me saying that this shallow story could be completely saved by adding cutscenes. At least it would have been cooler. Personally, I still had a lot of fun with this game, and if you get a chance to play it with a friend, you will too. My rating for Godfall is 6.5. Maybe you think I'm being too nice, maybe you think I'm being too harsh. Either way, that's my score. Take care, gamers.
Now everyone, after this review is done, please go check out Val's channel. It's gonna be in the link below. But only subscribe to her channel after you watch a couple of videos of hers and you think that she would be a great content creator to support. She does not want your pity subs. She doesn't want you subbing just because I told you to go sub, but please go check her out and give her an honest sub. You happy, Val? They're not gonna give you pity subs. Speaking of Val, you know, it was really my first time playing video games with her one-on-one. And when we were playing at first, I didn't know what to think about her. She was saying some really weird stuff and I didn't quite understand what she was saying. And honestly, it was a little weird at first until I got used to it.
Oh my god, Tiger, get out of the AoE.
AoE? What the fuck does that mean?
Alright, this boss is gonna be so easy. Let's kite him.
Kite him? Is that like edging him? I don't see his balls.
Hey, watch out for the trash mobs.
Trash mobs? Has Val started drinking again?
Oh, you little bitch! Suck it!
Val, language! You know I have a family-friendly channel. Val, get out of the AoE. Christ, do you want to get set on fire? Okay, I'm gonna slut myself out and kite this boss. You fuck him up from behind. Haha, these trash mobs are going in the cum dumpster.
Oh, hell yes! We beat the game, Tiger!
Woo! Choke on my dick, bitch, while I bury your ass in the ground. Fuck. I'm gonna go watch Sailor Moon. Where Godfall shines is the robust character customization. You don't have to worry about playing or looking like any other Valorian. Your armor, weapon, jewelry, hair, and even your banner will be customizable. It can be intimidating at first, but the sheer volume of options added a lot to your gameplay style, starting with the Valor plates. The warriors of this realm wear Valor plates that give them unique combat powers and styles. It's the foundation of your fighting style, and the different types of armor offer styles from slow and powerful to quick and nimble. The armor looks pretty sweet, and it's fun to unlock new classes using the material that you collect from your missions. There are 12 armor sets, and I changed my class 2 or 3 times, but the real advancements came from swapping weapons. You'll find weapons all over the place, from treasure chests to fallen enemies. There are thousands of weapons to choose from, and each one of them is customizable to fit your style of play. There were times when I used a double-handed hammer that took ages to swing. And then there were missions where I used dual daggers and ran circles around my enemies. It just depends on how you want to play, but if you have a style, Godfall will support it. I stuck with a good old-fashioned sword for the majority of the game, and it was equally as powerful as it was quick. I enjoy a good opening video to hype myself up for what I'm about to play, and Godfall did have a nice one. It wasn't anything too flashy, but it got me excited to take part in the battles. After the opening video, you'll need to complete a tutorial before the game opens up. Usually, I think tutorials are stupid, but this was needed, and after about 45 minutes later, it felt worth it. Missions are straightforward. You'll be transported to a map, and either you make your way to the end of it by defeating all the enemies, or you'll have objectives like finding certain items, killing specific enemies, or opening up rifts. If you don't know what you're doing, or if you follow Val in circles, some missions can take an hour to complete, but most of them are between 15 and 25 minutes long. During these missions, it is important to collect materials to upgrade your weapons and armor. I picked a lot of Jasper during the missions. I'm not gay, they just smell good. Enemies come in all shapes and sizes, from the warriors to the beasts. Some are defensive and block, while others are aggressive. Most of them have different gimmicks, but you can shatter them and receive in-battle perks by wearing down their health bar and stunning them before using the finishing move. Using a finishing move on a boss was always really satisfying. Now there's a certain spirit element to Godfall. No, not the rah-rah go team spirit, but there's a spirit realm. Fuck that place. And a spirit vision. You can enter the spirit vision at any time by pressing a button. This vision is used to see objects that are hidden or to fight enemies that are spirits. One instance is the spirit chests, which were the bane of our existence. We spent 45 minutes running in circles this one mission, trying to figure out how to unlock the spirit chest with the tethers that were attached. The spirit chests are not worth it. Combat can be a lot of fun in Godfall, but it depends on your playstyle. I was more of a tank, just running into danger and beating up the baddies. This came with both pros and cons. I did a ton of damage, but I would die often. Thankfully, respawn points are almost always a few meters away, so if you died and your partner was still alive, you would just respawn and keep fighting. This strategy made boss fights and fighting in general pretty easy. There may have been one time during the entire playthrough when both of us died. While we didn't fail much, there really isn't a good health system for recovery. You need to manually push a button to use a potion instead of it automatically coming out of your stock. This was a little tedious to keep pushing the button to heal. Boss fights were hit or miss. The water boss and realm were my favorites. It was a beautiful landscape to take in, and the boss had a unique defense system with purple balls that circled her. Other bosses were huge health tanks that took 10 minutes to defeat. And the final boss, Macros, he's not tough. He's a good mix of speed, some cool moves, and attack power, but again, we beat him on our first try, no problem. Overall, Godfall has a good foundation for a co-op slasher looter, but it doesn't build upon it. Is it worth the $10 or $15 that it goes for? Absolutely. You can have a lot of fun with a friend as you play casually and just chat. If you're looking for an in-depth plot to get you hooked, look elsewhere, but Godfall does offer deep customization of your character and weapons. Godfall offers a solid co-op experience for players to make a run at Macros and reclaim the throne. The problem is that there's no emotional value or investment in doing so. If you want fun gameplay and deep customization, it's there for you, but you'll have to play through some small annoyances like repetitive missions, small maps, and average controls. I wish there was a better dodge mechanic, but you are offered a shield. The best parts were the boss fights, but even those are average at best. Godfall is worthy of your hard-earned $10, but not much over that, which is why I'm giving Godfall a 6.5 out of 10. Now I have to say this, Val and I had no idea what each other's final scores would be, so it's incredible that we both landed on the exact same score. Godfall is average at best, but there's some fun to be had with friends. So that's my review of Godfall on the PS5. I would first like to thank Val, aka Valentine Gaming, for participating in this review. It was a blast to play with her, and who knows, you might see her on a couple other reviews that I have coming up. But I also want to hear from you guys. Have you played Godfall? What did you think about it? Did you think it's a great co-op game, or were you a little bit disappointed in the plot or maybe some gameplay mechanics? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're there, why don't you list some of the best PS5 co-op games, and maybe I'll review them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to watch plenty of retro video game content and current video game content. Happy gaming, thanks for watching, and make sure you play a video game today.